a software account. Did you actually tell them?
No, I will do in a bit though. I mean, we are going live now. We're probably going to be live in like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. But we are live now. So, hey, we're a bit late today. Well, I'm a bit late. 30 minutes.
Can I tell them?
Yeah, go on. You come over here. Go on. Oh, hold on. Go on and tell them.
We are 30 minutes late because we went to Rascal Ranch.
Rascal Ranch. What's Rascal Ranch?
It's a play park.
A play park. And who paid for the play park?
My dad.
Yeah, your dad paid for the play park. Your dad pays for everything, doesn't he?
I know.
No. But did you enjoy it? It was raining today anyway, so it got into it meant he got to have a bit of fun in a play park, which was nice.
I went in a baby zone. And then a baby was
Hey, Pickstar, how are you?
He said, hello.
Hello. He says hello.
Why do you always have to say hello?
I don't know.
Is he weird?
No.
Sorry.
All right, you go. Go and have your pizza. Go eat your pizza. Go have your pizza. How you doing, though, by the way, Pickstar? Hey, Jimmy. You got like what?
Hey, web
2 days. Yeah, 2 days.
Actually, on
until
Friday,
word camp.
We're having a street party, aren't we?
We are having a street.
Are you coming?
Am I coming to the street party? There's a street party for the Queen's Jubilee right outside our house, and he's going, "Are you coming?"
No, you're coming out. I meant.
Of course I'm coming out. Why wouldn't I come out?
Mum is not.
Why is Mum not coming out?
Because I'm not going to let her. I only want you to.
No, you're allowed to have more than one parent. It's not just one parent per child. That's not how it works. I've had a really busy morning though while at the play park. So he's been playing. Hold on, don't make noise. He's been playing while I've been working on took my MacBook with me on the Wi-Fi, working on websites and some queries and stuff. Not queries, but some questions. Raheem, can you get me my bag over there, please? My yellow bag. Raheem, my bag. Just get my bag, please. 2 more days. I think it's going to be it looks really good. I've seen so many people that are going and stuff they've been posting, so it looks like it's going to be a really good crowd.
He forgot to put this in the bin at the play park.
That's not even my Kit Kat. It's not even my Kit Kat. It's his Kit Kat.
Why did you eat it then?
I didn't. That's the empty wrapper. All right, go. Be gone. Go. Right. Just waiting for 2 clients to get back to me, which is a little bit weird because normally they're really responsive. So I can only assume they're busy, but I just really want to know, right, where do we go now? And then can we close off very, very soon? Because I'm starting another new website. Actually, I started looking at the website last night. It's another directory website. And they've previously built their website with Astra. And they used Blue. They were paying, get this right, they were paying Bluehost £350 per month. Or was it $350 per month? For Blue Sky to do really basic maintenance on their website. And I went, my God, mate, you're being ripped off. Get out of that. Get out of that. Right? You're being ripped off. They're not even doing anything. They don't use Elementor. And I've seen how they've built some bits of his website, and it's really bad. And I went, look, we're building your directory website anyway. We'll redo all of that. But $350 to Bluehost for their Blue Sky service. And when he told me what they did and don't do, I was like, you are kidding. So, hold on. So, when you say you're driving back home as you're in your school office? Oh, you mean you're in your school office and now you're going to leave and drive back home? Okay, cool. Well, we'll see you later then. This Pepsi Max from the fridge tastes really weird. I do have this theory, right, that the way shops store their drinks Doesn't matter how long you leave it in the fridge, the way they store the drinks can affect the quality of the drink inside. I have this theory that if you just leave them in like crates out in the sun and they heat up, doesn't matter how much you freeze it or make it cold afterwards, your drink ain't going to be perfect. Does anyone else agree with that theory? By the way, anyone who's still holding off, WordPress version 6, I think is totally fine to update to. I've updated quite a few sites to it, no problems whatsoever. My test staging site, not my staging site, one of my test sites, that's got about 40 plugins on there. Updated that and it's totally fine. So I would say anyone who's been holding off, don't hold off. Do have a backup though in place just in case, right? No backup and you may live to regret it. So make sure you have a backup. And I was just mapping out earlier what videos to do to start recording. I have to plan ahead what videos I still need to do and when I'm going to do them. When's the right opportunity? Just make sure you got a backup, Jimmy, first, okay? Just in case. All right, just in case. Make sure you got a backup. Yeah, that's what I mean, Bluenatic. I just think that I think a lot of these crates, they just leave out in the open somewhere or whatever. Or wherever they're stored in it. You can, there's a, I have some cans and you can clearly tell it just feels a little bit flat. Just a little bit flat and more sweeter. Whoa, Jimmy, 3 times a day. And it's not even an e-commerce website, is it? It's not even an e-commerce website. Or is it? No, it's not e-commerce. 3 times a day. Which is fine. To be honest, that's good practice. Hey, Anne, how are you? Hey, bye. No, Anne. So 2 reasons I'm not coming to Porto. Number 1, I've got a lot on. Number 2, no, sorry, 3 reasons. Number 1, I got a lot on. Number 2, it's my son's half term and my wife can't get time off work. So my son's at home all week. Number 3, and here's the biggest reason, Anne. My passport ran out in 2014, 8 years ago, and I haven't got round to renewing it. So I am hoping that I can get things in place to make sure I'm there for next year, 2023. I would love to be there in 2023. I would love to be there. I'd love to be presenting. But I'd love to be there, but not here. Sorry, just back to your question, Bluenatic. Do I have a suggestion for a good plugin for integrating advertising into existing sites? Isn't there ad... Oh, what's it called? There's hold on. Let me just see if I can find it. I so hope I'm presenting. I would love to be presenting. I mean, can you believe it? My really sad excuse. My passport ran out 8 years ago. That kind of shows how often I go on holiday, right? But I do need to get my passport redone. I do. I can't keep putting that off. And I hope this time next year I'm in a much better... I can shift things around and whatever and be more prepped for it. I should have got myself ready for it this year. Exactly. No excuses next year. And Jimmy, we've got to see you. So I'm just going to... to be honest, Bluenatic, AdSense is the best one to use, if I'm honest. AdSense is the best one, but there is also this plugin as well. So. Hey, Carapos. For starters, I can't speak Spanish or Portuguese or anything, so I'd be like, I'd be stuck. No, but yeah, hopefully next year. Hopefully next year. So this one client whose website, they gave me the login yesterday. Even though I'm just going to expand their website to become a directory, I really want to hit their website hard. I just feel like their current layout and the way it looks, in my opinion, is awful. Is awful. And I say that in a kind way because they relied a lot on Bluehost, Blue Sky service to help them build it. And I just feel like you know, you really want to sell your website. You really want to get it out there. You got to modernize it. You've really got to modernize the look and feel of it because right now it looks like it was built 20 years ago. That's how bad I feel it is. Ah, yes, of course, Jimmy. You'd be there to translate. Absolutely. Hey, Matt. What's your development, Matt? Their own sourced advertising. That plugin I just put there, Ad Inserter, have a quick check of that. I don't know if that does. That might help you, it might not. I don't know. Yes, take care. You're very busy, Anne, always, so you take care. I just have this thing about this homepage right now for this client. I don't know. There's part of me that wants to share it with you guys, and there's part of me that doesn't want to, but I just feel like if I showed it to you, you might look at it and go, yeah, this looks really old-fashioned. I just have this thing about, you know, you take care, and, you know, I feel like I want to share it, but I just don't know. There you go, Matt. There you go. So connect with them, Matt, and see where it goes. There you go, Matt. That's how you get found, right? What's your issue? How'd you get rid of this? What's this going on here? Ugh. Yeah, so this website it's got me really just not rattled, but it's just got me a little bit I just can't let it go. If I'm working on a client's website and I just feel like I am not investing in this homepage at all with the way it looks, I can't let it go. I can't just get ready for what we're going to do. And let me show you, right? I'm going to be, just hold on, Matt. I can see you're writing there, but just hold on a minute, right? So here's the client's website, and I'm not feeling that logo, number one. And you know this layout here for your homepage? What is that all about? Look at it. For the homepage. No. I don't like it. I don't like it. I really just don't like it. I don't like it when you have article lists. You need more oomph. You need more a featured post. You need something more. Do you know what I mean, Jimmy? This is the homepage. You know, I mean, look, that logo just, you know, it's just not. You've got a search in and you got another search. You don't need 2 searches. You don't need them, right? Get rid of ditch one. And then it jumps into this. It's just... What you should have is like a featured post and maybe offset them a little bit. Have another image, another bit of text. You know, telling you that this is reviewing food and restaurants and all of that. And even though I'm going to expand the website to do directories, I feel like, no, I've got to hit that homepage. I can't just let it go. It's just, it feels old-fashioned, doesn't it? It's like it was built 20 years ago. And Bluehost, their Blue Sky team, helped set this up for him. And I'm like, this is so awful. You know, you're doing Elementor a disservice. If you're building with Elementor, and this is what you come up with, you're doing a disservice to Elementor. All right, back to the questions here. It's on WP Bakery test. Matt, all I'm going to say, is, without getting too deep into it, okay, is that tell them you prefer to use Elementor. And you know what? You have to draw a line. Just because they're offering you money and a job, right? When you do something you're not bought into, you may live to regret it. That's all I'm saying. And surely if they are a web design company, they should be open to using Elementor as well. Because surely they'll use whatever tool is good for the purpose of what they're trying to achieve. So without going too deep into it, just say to them, look, you prefer Elementor. Just tell them you build it in Elementor. Just go for it. Just tell them that. Well, here's the thing, Jimmy, Here's the thing, right? If we just go back to this website, okay? Let's go back to this website, okay? You have a section with a search bar. You don't need a search bar. That will be replaced by the directory search bar. So who cares? That will go, right? Down here, you then just have a header. And then here, you just have the posts. It's the post widget, right? And down here, we just have categories and other stuff and other stuff and other stuff and other stuff. This is what you would see on the blog post archive page, right? Not here. Not here. So it's easy to maneuver and whatever, but I just feel like, you know? It's a bit like, how to explain it? Let's use an analogy here, right? It's a bit like, I can't think of a good analogy. I just can't think of... It's like someone's made a cupcake and there's cream on top and there's a bowl of cherries or strawberries, a bowl of strawberries, little strawberries, and they're right there. There's loads of cupcakes with cream on top and there's a bowl of strawberries. You'd put the strawberries on top of the cupcakes, wouldn't you? Or would you just let it go? I'd put the strawberries on and go, come on, finish it off. Make it va-va-voom, right? Absolutely, blue. And that's why part of me's like, do it now or wait. And then I'm like, why don't we just get the directory built? And then I can start to say, right, now let's show the featured posts. Now let's show this, let's show there. You know, expand a bit more. Okay, again, Matt, without going too deep into it, what you do is you just tell them, I could do this on Elementor. Why don't we switch to Elementor? Why don't we switch to Elementor? And if they say to you, no, if you want to work with us, it's WP Bakery or nothing, you then make a decision over, do you want to work with them or not? Never get swayed. So during my 20 years in the NHS, I would always get approached by some people or different departments or different companies. Come and work for us. We will pay you X amount. One company once approached me and said they would pay me £10,000 more than what I was currently on. £10,000 more. But that would have meant I'd be working with people I don't like. and I didn't go for it because I draw a line. It's integrity kicks in. Integrity kicks in. Whether you're working with a client, whether you're getting married or whatever, okay, buying a car, whatever, integrity kicks in. So, and it's a bit like, let's say there's a shop, right, and they sell food. I could go in and buy food, but if I know the owner of that shop who serves me has no customer service, there's no smile, they treat me like dirt. No, here's change. You know, they don't have no customer service. I'm not going into that shop. Don't care how hungry I am. I would rather walk more to another shop. Do you get what I mean? So I always say that, let them know you want to do it in Elementor, and then that's it. Right, we won't talk any more about it, okay? But that's what I would say you do. But yeah. Sorry, back to that website I was that we will probably be working on. I just God, I've got this itch inside of me right now. There is like a gremlin itching inside of me going. I mean, oh my God. I've actually tidied up their header. This header was not good. It was not good. I've cleaned it up, and even then, I'm still like, I really don't like this. I really, 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 really don't like this. And what's making it really bad for me is this. You see this logo there? That logo is hitting me hard at the minute. I really don't like that logo. It's just not working for me. That logo really isn't working for me. I can't explain it any more than it is not working for moi. Comprende? Si, senor. Right? It's just not working for me. It's just not working for me. Let me shrink this down a little bit, actually. Customize it. Something like 0.5, 0.6, 0.6. There we go. We'll do that. But yeah, doesn't work for me. And the other reason why I get really hung up and passionate about stuff like this is because I feel like this person has trusted someone, a company, they've paid a heck of a lot of money. $350 a month for 6 months this person was paying. And this is what they get. And I just feel like, I really feel for them that they've, in my opinion, thrown money down the drain. I don't care. I feel like they've thrown money down the drain. Exactly, Jimmy. Luckily, their contract with Blue Sky, who are the support service for Bluehost, right, ends in June. And I've said to them, right, I've literally given them a deal. I've said, look, for $60 a month, we'll help look after your website. $60 a month will help look after your website. And he nearly fell off his chair because we had a video call. He was like, what? I was like, you're paying $350 a month to Blue Sky, who don't touch Elementor properly, who won't support your directory, and all they do is update your plugins and your themes. And that's about it. And I was like, you're paying for nothing. And I said, I am going to give you a big hand of support here. For 60, what was it? No, 60, 70? 70? No, for $60 a month, we'll help you out. Right? There's a massive saving there. There's your big saving. Right? And he nearly fell off his chair. He was like gobsmacked. I was like, because that's where integrity and honesty and transparency kicks in. I could, if I want, charge you $200 a month. I could do that, but that's just not how I work. Okay? That's just not how I operate. Ah, cool. Yeah, arriving to Spain. Is she on holiday, Tony? Or is she coming to stay? Holiday stay. To be honest, Matt, it's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity, full-time job. You know, you could build a career out of it. You may just become a WP Bakery person, which is fine as well, to be honest. Nothing wrong with that, right? Oh, what do I do with this website, people? Do I totally hack into it? I really feel like I need to hack into it. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will actually send him examples of a couple of other restaurant review websites to look at and say, consider these. Consider these. Look at them. Just look at them and consider something like this, okay? Because right now what you've got is a disservice to you and your website. Shall I tell you something, Matt? And don't follow this advice, okay? Because it might not work. In the NHS, when we did interviews, I used to set tests for the interviewees. Sometimes I was always looking for someone who achieved the same result, but they did it differently in a much more efficient, innovative way. And the reason I did that was because normally when you set certain tests, nearly everyone passes it. And nearly everyone does the same old way of doing it. Little different, but the same way. When someone does it a little bit different, a little bit innovative, a little bit more efficient, I kind of go, And I ask them, why did you do that? And when they tell me, I could have done X, Y, Z, the normal way, but I did a different way because of efficiency or future-proofing or just something different. Experience made them do it differently. I go, I like them. I like that. Yes, this is my book. This is my book. And we all write left to right. But you know what? I'm going to turn it and go top to bottom. And I'm going to do top to bottom because you have more estate than doing that. Here you've only got that much estate. Here you've got that much estate. And when someone takes a tool, a solution, a bit of software, and does something different, it's like pizza, right? Everyone does round pizzas. That's what we're used to. But you don't have to be round. They can be oblong. They can be whatever, spread out, whatever. You take something and you just mold it to work for you. But don't take my advice on that. Do what you got to do to pass the test. But here's the thing, Matt, right? Here's where you have the opportunity to maybe go in and get them to think differently. Hey, Andrew, how are you? How far are you, Andrew, on Stranger Things? So I'm halfway through episode 6. So I've got half of episode 6 and then the rest of episode 7. I have to say, though, season 4 is good. It's good, but I would prefer it when the whole group is back together. I don't know about you, but I am finding season 4, it's good, but it's a little bit split out a bit. It's a bit split out, I find, you know, and I'd like it when they're all back together. And I hope we get there pronto. Yeah, Pixar, Stranger Things 4. I mean, I like it. I like it. I like what they're doing, the whole idea. But I hope the whole group gets back together very soon. But I'm not going to give any more spoilers or anything like that. I think I've probably said enough as it is there. There's a reason, Matt, why there's not a lot of WP Bakery videos on YouTube. There's a reason. There's a reason. Okay. The reason being is it's quite shit. But there's a reason. Yeah, I mean, it's I think what they've done with Stranger Things is they've matured, haven't they? So now on season 4, because the audience is older, the actors are all older, they've matured it up a bit. But I really hope they get all the group back together really, really soon. To be honest though, Matt, when you think about it, okay, there was a time when like Visual Composer was good, Beaver Builder, you know, all of these stuff were good, but thank God Elementor came out to do things. There's just something about the Elementor interface, right? You know, when you're working with Elementor and you have the it is very clear cut, right? It's very clear cut. Has anyone here worked with Beaver Builder? Their interface reminds me of Squarespace, their interface. It's like, it just doesn't work well. I might do. Depends. I might do, as long as I don't get a couple of client calls that might end up being around that time. I am a bit like though. I'm not sure I'm going to learn anything more from what Reno says in that, because I think he's already done videos on the context anyway. But I might have a watch anyway. I'm going to try and make sure I go to WordCamp next year. And I'm going to try and hope I can somehow get myself on as a speaker. I would love to be on stage. Or something like that, anyway. That's the thing, Tony. Very true. WP Bakery, they're just not... Their interfaces are just not intuitive. You have to think. You spend more time trial and error with some of these other page builders. So Andrews had an issue with image carousel, a space beneath the slides. Column background color. Seems a negative margin would have to be used to get rid of it. Oh, really? It's not the height of the image or anything like that. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully. I tell you what, Paul, right? There's one thing about me. I mean, I haven't been on holiday in 8 years. But there's one thing for sure. Unless I really, really had to, I would never, ever take a flight with like Ryanair or EasyJet. Just because I don't want to be in like a crap seat for starters. But yeah, I feel sorry. I really feel sorry for anyone that's going to WordCamp is on one of those planes. But hopefully I can go to WordCamp next year. Hopefully. Have you considered it, Paul? WP Tuts, have you considered going WordCamp? I have to say I'm a bit surprised. I would have thought you might have gone, but to be honest, I don't want to say anyone going does not have a life, but I have other stuff as well. outside of all of this. And I have got clients and then looking after my son this week from home as well, from school. But yeah. I didn't even look at the prices of the ticket. You know, I didn't even look at the prices on the ticket. But yeah, I know. So I used to do a lot of creative writing, and for about 7 years, I used to go to the Festival of Writing every year, and that was really good fun. But the cost of it was killing me each year. Each year, I'd be saving up just to go for it. But yeah, maybe next year. Maybe next year, I'll plan better for it, and I'll get my passport done. And hopefully prices will be lower as well. Strange world we live in. God knows what the prices are going to be, hey? Pretty soon. Ouch. £700 plus, yeah. That really puts you off. That really puts you off, right? I remember when I went to Borneo, right? And it was even upgraded to business class as well. I went to Borneo for a week. So from England to Borneo for a week. Return flights. Both business class. Amazing hotel, right? 7 nights, not 5 nights, 7 nights, okay. And it came all in at £1,500. So when someone says, right, it's not even a direct flight just to get to Portugal for 700, I would be like, what? You what? Yeah, Jimmy's going to be there, Pickstar. I mean, Jimmy lives in Porto. Jimmy's there in Portugal. He's going to be there. I know. I'm really bad. I'm really bad at getting my passport sorted. I really need to get it done. I really need to get it done. You know, it's like I'd love to one day go to the Elementor offices in Israel. I'd love to do that one day. You know, I'd go in and probably get chucked out. Who are you? You're not allowed to be here. Get out. You know, they'd pick me up. Get out of here. Haha. You definitely would, Jimmy. You definitely would. In fact, you know what, Jimmy? That's what I make sure I will do. I will now make sure that I do everything I can to make sure I go to Porto next year. It is in Porto every year, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's in Porto every year, the word camp. Party at Jimmy's. I don't know. Is it every... it was in Porto last year. It's in Porto this year. I might be wrong. Is it in Porto every year? Or do they move it around? Because I had a look online. I was trying to find out where is it in 2023. Does anyone know? Does anyone know where WordCamp is next year? I mean, you know. Yeah. I know it was in Porto last year. And then they've done Porto again this year. So I don't know. Ah, right, the end of the conference. I bet they say Cardiff. Right, Paul? They'll go Cardiff. And then Paul will be laughing then at this point. Now, here's the thing that confuses me, right? Someone told me that there is a separate WordCamp event for Asia. And there's a separate one for WordCamp Europe. So this is the WordCamp Europe. Or am I I don't know, maybe I'm getting this all wrong. I'm just staring at this client's website. I'm still staring at it. I can't get my eyes off it because it's really bothering me about how much I want to just massacre their homepage and redo it. Andrew, Independent Scotland. Oh, you cheeky man. Let's have it in Glasgow. Bangkok. But yeah, someone told me there's a WordCamp Asia, WordCamp Europe, and I didn't know if they were pulling my leg. Yeah, you're probably right about that. I'll tell you what, though, this morning I have been mapping out, starting to map out what I'm doing for the next 5 weeks in terms of video production. So I want to try and get 8 videos recorded this week. They don't all come out straight away. They're for future releases. Get some videos for Bertha to help them out with their site. Linking in with Vito from Atarim just to help him out with some videos. But just trying to fit it in again with some client jobs. Because come July, summer holidays for my son, everything goes out the window. I mean, right now, he's out the house and I don't know where he's gone. Yeah, that's right, Balloonatic. Yes, there is a WordCamp USA, WordCamp Europe, and WordCamp Asia. Right? So, I hope they do announce it. I hope they announce it. London! Which will be bloody pricey if you were to go to WordCamp London. That's for sure. I tell you what, mate, the prices in London when you go just for one night are so ridiculous. Unless you stay in a really... I once had to go to a meeting. Well, I had to go to loads of meetings, and I stayed in a hotel. And as soon as I got in the room, it stunk of noodles. It stunk of just like soy sauce and noodles. And I was like... Is this the only room you got? And they were like, yeah. I was like, you serious? And I just was like, right, I'm not staying here. And I left and found another room which stunk even more. That's what was worse. It stunk even more. Haha. That would be nice, wouldn't it, WP Tuts? That would be nice. I need to stop saying WP Tuts, Paul. That would be lovely. Get sponsored. That's what we need. We need a mass sponsoring event. We need to start up a GoFundMe page. Please pay your favourite YouTube influencers to go to WordCamp. Yes, that's right. You pay for it. And for everyone who pays, you will get a virtual signature. I will email you a signature autograph. It will probably be a copy and paste job, and a really bad one at that. And it'll be done on paintbrush with a mouse, so it won't even be a proper signature. So don't go to a bank to withdraw money. It ain't going to work. But for everyone that pays on the GoFundMe page, you will get an exclusive, personalised autograph. And when I say personalised, it just says Thank you. That's as personal as we get. Yes, I was just horrified. I mean, and then I left that hotel room, spent nearly an hour with my baggage to find another one because everywhere was booked up, and it stunk even more. I spent the night with all the windows open. I was scared to walk around the room without my shoes on because I was like, my God, this floor is probably crawling with bacteria. Such is my life. I mean, even after brushing my teeth, I'd put my toothbrush back into a bag, into another bag, because I didn't want to leave anything out. Ugh. It was vile. And that's the trouble with a lot of hotels, right? They're never great on presentation, a lot of them. They really aren't. Some are good, not all. NFT, thousands of lira. Do you know something? I still don't understand NFT. I've watched videos, I've watched stuff, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's like cryptocurrency. I think I get it. I don't get it. I think I get it. I don't get it. Basically, I just think it. No Pixar. It wasn't. It was actually a hotel that I expected a whole lot more from, and it was just awful. And they said to me, "Oh, it's the previous people." I was like, "Right." And he's like, "Yeah, they just checked out today." And I was like, "What? 5 minutes ago?" Like, you could have sprayed oust, right? You could have gone shh. You could have deodorized the place. When did they leave? Like 5 minutes ago. That is the one thing I hate. You know, when you go to a hotel room, you're always hoping it's going to be a decent room. And when you get there, oh, worst one I had, right? Worst one. So it was the Festival of Writing 2011 in York. The room, got in, it was a small room, but that's fine. On the floor, on the carpet, right, near the bed, I could literally see layers of where someone has kind of cut their nails and picked the skin off their feet. You know the hard skin on your feet, the cracks? You know, the cracks on their feet, right? You know, and all of that, and then skin shreds and the nails. It was like layers, and I was like, huh? It's like it had collected a year's worth. No one had hoovered the room. And I was like, I went to the person and went, that room's not been hoovered. They're like, oh, yeah, we're really, really busy. We'll get back to you. I don't think well, I know they didn't do it when I was there. And I was like, what the heck? You know. And because there's no other rooms available. I have had a shit time with hotels, people. The trouble was, Matt, right? The hotel was right where the event was taking place. There was no other hotels around that were already booked up because loads of people come to these writing events. And I was just like, I am screwed here. Right? I am screwed. I was just really surprised. I was really surprised. But yeah, it's I'm not even sure though. How do you ever get to be invited as a speaker to some of these events? Do you approach them or do they approach you? So at writers' events, I have done quite a few talks on writing and stuff like that. And normally the organisers would contact me out the blue. Hey, Imran, do you want to come along and do this or whatever? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, fine, cool. But I always wonder about, I'm not just talking about WordCamp. So like there was the Elementor Community Day. They invited me for that. There was the Atarim Web Summit event about last month. They invited me onto that. I've often wondered, like, do you approach them or do they approach you? It's always been them approaching me, because I don't like to come across as, hey, I want to speak, I want to do a talk. And they're like, get lost. Flick you off, you know, the face of the earth. I've always wondered about that. In fact, I don't know if Paul is still here though. Like, there was that, before Christmas, there was that awards thing. There was that awards thing for, you know, website support, WordPress support and all of that. How do you get onto that list? Did they just pick it, decide it? How do you even get onto those? How do you get to be nominated? How do you... I know how to get arrested. That's pretty easy. But how do you get nominated? I don't know. Yeah, so Paul, do you remember before Christmas? There was that WordPress awards thing. You came number 2, but that's because I think most of us were like, who the hell is this number 1 person? No, I'd never heard of them. But how did you get to be nominated? You know, how much money did you send them to get nominated? Just reading what it says here. Okay, Balloonatic. For WordCamp, you apply when they open the call for speakers. Ooh, I shall keep my eyes open on that. Yeah, and it's what Andrew says there. Normally, I have found it the other way. So there's been like a few NHS events as begging for it. The thing is, Pickstar, right? If I was to like edit all of this live chat and just take what you've put, which is like Bangkok, and then begging for it. Very true, to be honest. They usually are there to get you onto marketing mailing lists. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, so for the NHS, I used to have get invites to do some London conferences as well. It's one of those things where, you know, if there's an event or something happening and you get invited or given the opportunity to go and speak or to be part of it, there's a real sense of achievement. Do you know what I mean? You feel like you've achieved something. You're being recognized. They acknowledge you because they want you. You might not have been the first person they want, but who cares? They want you. And there's a feeling of, yeah, we're doing all right here. Whereas, believe it or not, okay, I'm not the most overly confident person. I can be quite nervous in some situations where I hold back. Like, shall I do this? Shall I not do this? I'm going to make a fool of myself. So it is nice to kind of be invited. But if you have to put your name out there, if you got to get yourself out there, hey, that's the name of the game, isn't it? In the social media world, or when you're in competition with other people for web proposals or web design, or even just YouTubing, you got to get yourself out there. Which is why I say to quite a few people who I know when they do their YouTube videos, you can't see their face. They're hidden. You can hear the voice. Or and I kind of go, get yourself out there. So like this website, this client, he reviews restaurants and food. Restaurants and food. There isn't a single video. He hasn't got a YouTube channel. There's no picture of him on the website. There's nothing actually that tells us about him. But when you read his blogs, he uses the word I. I went here. I did this. Who is I? Who is I? I don't know I. And I have said to him, right, he focuses on the South, in America, South Carolina food and restaurants, okay? He has got a great personality, voice, face, everything. He is great. He is confident. And I've said to him, I am happy, free of charge, to help you get on board with just doing 1-minute videos. Just do a 1-minute video about the restaurant or the food, whatever. Just talk to the camera. Just be natural. Because I says you could hit it. You could be amazing on it. Get yourself out there. Because people will invest more in your blogging, restaurant, food website because they're going to start to associate it with you, with the presenter, the person. Get yourself out there. Because they are, it's South Carolina, black community. He's a black man, but he has got such a great personality. He is so mature. He is so wonderful, and I feel like you gotta sell it. You gotta sell it. You can do as much SEO as you want. You can put as much keywords in as you want. You can do your social media posts, but when you start to put out 30-second, 1-minute videos, hey, this restaurant here, this blog, whatever, people connect with a face more than just words. Right? And that's what I'm going to help him do. I am going to help him. Sorry, Smeagol, I just saw your thing there. Integrate review with Elementor forms. I don't. Have you Googled it? Have you Googled Elementor review? As in R-E-V-U-E. Have you done that? Hey, Atlantis, how are you? Electricity, Atlantis. How's your electricity? And your toilet. I forgot about your toilet and your electricity. I know a lot of people get scared about being in front of a camera, but when you think about the fact that it's just your iPhone here, that's my iPhone, right, connected to my MacBook. You know, if I was going to do a food blog, I'd be like, the food at this place was this is how we found it, this is what they could do better, or this is our score out of 5. Just do 30 seconds, 1 minute, quick, boom, get it done, edited, upload it to YouTube. You will create an audience via the YouTube route. 2, you can share them on social media. 3, you've got somewhere to lead them back to your website. Okay, right now, one of the biggest money-making ideas out there right now, which is unbelievable. I'm still shocked at how unbelievably good it is for money-making. Food reviews. You know when you see some people doing reviews of fish and chip shops, and you kind of go, what? And they're getting like 500,000 views in like a few days. There's one guy who just goes around doing, sits outside the restaurant with his like table, eating a curry or a pizza or fish and chips or a doner kebab. And he gets... No. Oh, by the way, Pixar, I'm not saying it's easy, but there's a few people who like they use the YouTube route. So rather than just doing like a blog, they're continuously on YouTube, and they're hitting like 500,000 views in a few days, and I'm sat there going, what? Maybe I should record myself having a doner kebab. You know, maybe I should like go, do you know what I should do? What if we design a website using doner kebab? Right? You get the doner kebab and you say, here's the hero banner with the kebabs. You get a pickle for the logo. You use the onions for the navigation. And then you use the sauce for the carousel. It could work. It could work. And it will be a total mess. But can you imagine creating a website using doner kebab? Here's the layout. Paul, you're doing videos on the user interface and good design at the moment on your channel. Now you can actually display. Here's why you need to have padding. Because if you don't have padding, your doner kebab falls off the plate. Yeah, cheers. I know, I think I need to stop now, don't I? But that's a great way to teach people, isn't it? About spacing, margin. You go, look, right? Here's your chili sauce and here's your gravy. If you don't have any margin, they mix and taste ugly. Space them out so they don't mix. Don't have your gravy and your chili sauce mix because it won't taste so good. Right? No, I don't know. Sometimes I go off on a tangent. I just kind of like, I go a bit crazy. Yeah, so Smeagol, you Google for a plugin for... What I would say, Smeagol, is, you know, on Facebook, there is the Elementor plus Witch plugin page. Elementor plus Witch plugin page on Facebook. Go there and ask there. Someone might have done it or explored it. Or what you can do is explain what you want to achieve, then mention you have considered review or whatever. Has anyone got experience of it? But then ask, is there any other solution as well? So go and put down exactly what is the problem you're trying to solve. There. Pita bread between them. Exactly. Well, in a way, when you think about it, right? When you take the Big Mac, right? Each bit of the Big Mac is a section, right? You got the top burger, you got the bits in between. There's something like that, right? Dun, 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 dun. They're your sections. Take care, Paul. Looking forward to your video. But yeah, the Big Mac burger, they're your sections, right? There you go. I'll do a video on elemental sections, and I'll just have a Big Mac. You know, we'll go, brr. You know, and I'll say, look, when you take the header and the footer away, you can still enjoy the burger, but, you know, it's just a bit squishy. Balloon-natic, you just took away my punchline. Balloon-natic just took away my punchline. I was about to come on to hamburger menus. But yeah, right. Isn't that a great way to do things? Atlantis paid €50 for a plugin. Which plugin is it, Atlantis? Don't just say €50 for a plugin. Tell us what it is. Tell us what the plugin was. Oh, hold on. Is this the plugin for the WooCommerce products with the filter? Is it for that? Ding, 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 ding. Is it for that? Don't worry, Balloon-natic. I think it was quite good that you were hot. You were quick on the draw there to work out where I was going with it. So I saw a video. I think Elementor put a post out 2 days ago about animated hamburger icons. But that's all they did. They didn't actually say when is it coming out, the whole animated side of it. I know you can do animated toggles with code and whatever, but it's really something that needs to be built into Elementor, right? You shouldn't have to add in extra CSS or JavaScript in code to have an animated icon. You shouldn't have to go and get Lottie or whatever. It should be something straight out the bat on Elementor for that. Advanced product fields for WooCommerce. There's been times where I have bought a plugin for a client, or I've got them to pay for it, and then we've realised it's not going to do what we want, and then I've had to like absorb the cost of that because because it was a bad decision, and I hate it when that happens. You know, and you really believe it's going to work, but you can't do it until you get the pro version, and support say yeah, 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 and other people go yeah, 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 yeah. And when you get it, you go, no, 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 no. It ain't working. Where is my son? Raheem, are you in the house? Can you guys just give me 1 minute? I just want to check where I can't hear him. You know, he could be lying in the road. I just need to check he's all right. He's fine. He's fine. I just saw him. He's fine. He's on his bike with his mates. He's all right. He's not been arrested yet. He's fine. Yeah, totally Pixar. And that's what I mean, though. So it's something you can do, but it's just like... it's one of those things that I just wish was kind of like, just straight out the bat. It's just there inside of Elementor. So you're not having to mess around with any extra little bits. Because there'll be some people who just don't want to go down that coding aspect. Or they might just get it wrong. Very true, Smeagol. I'm sorry for being late to reply to what you said there, because I was still talking about burgers and stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's many aspects of Elementor that I really wish they would sort out and fix. Just got to quickly check some Facebook messages that have come in. No, don't need to worry about that. Got a couple of emails. Yeah, no. What affiliated banner? What's he talking about? So I just got to quickly. One of these clients has just written something which makes absolutely no sense. He's just asked me, can I remove something for him? And it makes no sense what he's talking about. What is he talking about? Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Back to what we got here. You have 3 independent lines, 2 of them which... Oh, yeah, sorry. You mean about the CSS bit. He's... Don't worry about it, Pixar. Don't worry. So there's one client whose website I'm going to be working on. Nearly every section has got an intersection for no reason. There's no reason for the intersections. They've got absolutely no reason, right? I mean, no reason at all. Okay, Pixar, what's the big differences between the extra widgets? It's all the extra widgets, to be honest. I mean, look, I can show you here, right? So this is a client's website, by the way. So totally ignore everything you see on this website, okay? Boom. So this is a client's website, and I'm going to totally change what they've got. So down here, here's the basic. This is what you get in the free, right? Here's what you get in the free. Look at that. Heading, image, button, all of that. And then here's all the stuff you get in the pro. The form, the post, the extra galleries. Oops, sorry. There's other stuff. And it just makes much more sense. I've been there when I first started using Elementor, where I used Elementor free. and I had about 3 or 4 other add-ons, and nearly every week there was a problem. Compatibility, plugin issue, conflict, It was mind-numbing. It was just like... Plus you get the WooCommerce ones as well, don't forget. You know, you get all of these ones as well. Let me show you. You get all wait, the client's got ultimate add-ons as well, which I don't know why they've got that. Where's the WooCommerce ones gone? Oh yeah, they've not got WooCommerce on this site. But you get all the WooCommerce ones as well. No, that's not the reason, Balloonatic. I just think, right, what's happened is they've watched a video somewhere where someone has gone and done that, and then they have literally followed it for no good reason. No good reason at all. Makes no sense at all why they've done it. Our house in the middle of the street. But yeah, I really don't. I just really don't like this website at all, the way it looks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I remember when, I remember a while ago when someone did a video from Elementor, and what they said was, they basically said, don't have too many inner sections because it adds bloat. And the amount of people that were like, no way! And I was like, seriously? What, you didn't realize that? Like, surely you should have kind of... Don't mean to be funny here, but you should have kind of known that, right? What, did you think that just by having bloat, not a bloat, inner sections wasn't going to add on further code? But then again, you have to kind of go, well, it's not really their fault. It's kind of like, if someone doesn't explain that, you kind of go, that's probably why. So yeah, I was just like, it wasn't a surprise to me, but it was, I remember there was loads of people like, what? Like, really? Like, yeah, it's bloat. Often, though, when people complain and go, Elementor adds too much bloat, when I look at their websites, I can clearly see that they've got... you can see it when you inspect it. Sorry, not you can't clearly see. You got to inspect it. You can see the inner sections upon inner sections and this and that and inline everywhere. And they haven't thought about their layout very well. And videos right at the top and tons of carousels right at the top. Hero banner, and you go... Loads of motion effects as well. Haven't preloaded the fonts. No WebP images. Massive images. Well, what I would say, Andrew, is you contact them, you send them an email, and then you go watch Stranger Things, don't you? That's what you do. And then hopefully by the time you watched it, in your inbox, they will have replied. So win-win. Yeah, absolutely, Pickstar. It's just more hassle. When you have everything in like one place, you know. I mean, come on, right? Practically every website we've built is just Elementor Pro without any other Elementor add-on. Keep it clean, keep it clean. WebP. I'm not sure you need the word connect. Why have they got the word connect there? You don't need that. I do like the way, though, the client here has said they totally trust what I'll do. And I'm like, good, because I'm doing it anyway. You know, don't say you trust what I do. I'm doing it anyway, right? But I do like the way that they are willing to be a little bit more flexible about how their website looks. Just because I feel like it just needs a good boom to make it look good. I really do. I just think it's not that it's awful, it's just it's a disservice. I just think I just can't stand badly designed websites. You know, I just can't stand it. No, you're not missed anything, Matt. You're not missed anything. I'm just working on this client's website before we get dirty with the directory side of it. Because I did say to them that I just feel like their website needs a little bit of va-va-voom, right? It just needs a bit of funkiness adding to it. It just needs to be... just needs to be cleaned up. Just needs to be cleaned up. You know, I just can't let a bad website go. I can't do it. Cannot do it. Sweet about me. Nothing matters about me. Sorry, I'm not ignoring anyone. I'm just deleting a column here before I do some layout changes. Something like that. We'll just go with something like that for now. I don't like the look of it. I really don't like the look of it. This is one of those websites where when I do log off, right, it is going to bother me all night long. This is one of those kind of websites where I am not going to sleep well until I know we have made it look 10 times better than what it is now. It's going to prey on my mind. We'll be using the My Listing theme. We'll be using the My Listing theme again. In fact, I can share with you. This one is still a work in motion, right? And I'm still waiting for the client to get back to me about a few things, right? So here's one we've been building. It's the My Listing theme, which is $60. Okay, $60. It's pretty good. Look, you have a search thing here. You can type in, like, I don't know, Syston, Los Angeles, whatever you want to do, search. Or you can just go straight to the search bar and you have a map. Ding, 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 ding. So these are just some fake ones we've put up here for now. You got a map. You could, do a search for, say, residential, storefront, whatever. Let's go for residential. Let's then click this one here. And then over here, you can send an email. You can call now. You can bookmark it so you can come back to it later. You can leave a review. You can do all this thing. And here's the details. Twitter, there'll be other social icons as well if they've got other icons. It tells you what they do, what they accept. Here's the locations. So this company has got 3 locations. So I can see all the locations here. And I can go and, if I click that, it starts to expand and show where they are. Opening hours. It's the My Listing theme. It is a super good theme. There's tons of work you got to do, though. Don't get me wrong. You could lose a day, easily a day, just doing all the settings. Easily. You could even get it wrong. But visually, I think it just works out the box when you do it right. And this will be the 7th directory website in... Let me get this right. In 14 months... No, 15, sorry. In 15 months, this will be the 7th directory website we built. Well, you can decide. So when they buy a package, you can either have free listings, so they don't pay a penny, or you have paid. And when you do paid, in the back end with WooCommerce, you can say, if you buy this package, you're allowed to have 1 listing. If you buy this package, you're allowed to have 5 listings. If you buy this package, you're allowed to have 24 listings. However you want. But the bit here that I just showed you, here, you can add as many listings and locations as you want, but you can limit how many listings they can add. So this company can add 3 locations for 1 listing. If the company now wanted to add another listing for a totally different service, maybe, then they might have to pay another one. But it is, like even when it comes to add listing, you sign in or register. Once you've registered, it takes you to a form where you then fill in your details. Nothing is visible until you've been approved. I can go to my account. It won't let me in here at the minute. Let me go into this fake account. So look here. Here's a fake account where I haven't added in a listing yet. And look, I can start to populate what my listings are and blah, 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 blah. And then when I've done that, it's probably not going to work. There you go. So, here I can see like the number of, so whenever so each business that registers can go in and go, well, how many people have visited me? How many people have sent an email, shared a click, left a review? How many people have done whatnot? How many visitors am I getting? Unique views. I can go in and view my listings. Oh, look, there's my listing, which I haven't even built yet properly. I can edit it. And then you start to edit your information and blah, blah, blah. And I can go down here. Look at this location. I've already added in 2. Let me add in another location. Let's go for Los Angeles. There we go. Los Angeles. I can be really specific. And I could say LE16NB, which is an address in Leicester. It's where one of my old office buildings used to be. There we go. We can add the address in. So it's so... I think it is so smooth for $60. And the client pays this. I don't buy it. The client buys it. Why does the client buy it? So if there's ever a future update, if there's ever whatever, or if they need support on the website and they're not working with me, they are protected because they own their license for the product. And once you know what you're doing with it, you know what you're doing with it. So this will be the 7th directory website we're building in 15 months. We're quite proud of that, actually. We're quite proud of that. And there's one company we built for about, in fact, it was about 5 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago, who are based in, they're based in Australia, but the website's built for the Dubai market, United Arab Emirates. Potentially, just by us building a website and by them going out to get investors and stuff like that, it could lead on to other work. Yeah, that's a really good question, by the way, Pickstar. So this, you have listing groups. So you might have one for accommodation, shops, venues, whatever. Each one of these, when you go into them, there is a button to export the configuration file. When you export that, that contains within it all the fields, all the settings, everything. So you could now go to a completely different website that's got this theme and import those settings. So if you decide you got, whatever settings, you could do it. What you will find, though, is that when you're building a new website, you'll always start from scratch. Because because the questions, the fields, the naming, the way you present it, what you show, and all of that, it's easy to start from scratch. I'm just going to quickly get something, though, for Balloonatic. So Balloon, right? Here's a video I did on the My Listing theme. Here's a video I did of it. It's about an hour long, and it goes through quite a lot of the settings and stuff like that. What I love, though, here's something I do love, though, about the My Listing theme. Let me just go to the dashboard, right? Hey, Artif, how are you? Let me just go to the dashboard for the My Listing theme, right? Can you see down here? It says documentation. Right? Look at the documentation. Listing types. This is brilliant. The documentation on here for installation. Right, look, it goes through the installation and all of that. Even how to do the child theme. Importing demos, header, footer, pages and Elementor. Because it's built with Elementor. So, you know, the maps, how do you get the maps to work and all of that? It is super, super good. Really good. And when you have a plugin or a theme that goes the extra above and beyond, I love it. And they also, let me just get this. I nearly did something wrong then. Let me just show you here, right? On Facebook, there is also the My Listing user group, which has got 4.2 thousand members. And the people on here are active. People do comment and put stuff on. Do you know what I mean? Look, so there's a community as well. So I think that the My Listing theme is great. Great. Whenever I know someone's going to build a directory website, I always mention it. Croco blocks, loads of other stuff out there, but I just like it. It works up for me. There is something I really need to do when we finish this live chat. I need to jump on my bike and I need to pedal like I've never pedaled before. Because all I've done today is kind of sit and eat. Are you okay, mate? Okay, be careful, please. Take your time. When my son says he needs the toilet and he rushes to it, I have to tell him, take your time. You know, put your in the toilet. Take your time. Take your time, Raheem.
That was rubbish.
What have you done?
What you just said.
Check it's all clean, please. He's not happy. He's not happy that I was. He's not happy that I've just told you all that he needs to be careful in the toilet. He's not happy. I'm okay, Artif. I was a bit. Didn't start the live chat until 12:30 today. Took my son to one of those indoor play parks.
Please.
Yeah, just one, and that's it. Took him to an indoor play park. But I've spent a lot of time just sat, and I really want to jump on my bike in a bit and just pedal really hard, kind of thing.
Dad, come here.
This one's broken, but anyway.
Haha, candy stick. It's Christmas in this country.
It's not Christmas. It's the Queen's Jubilee. Anyway, look.
It's December.
How does that taste? Is that from Christmas time? Because it's probably gone off.
Candy stick.
Oh, God. Hold on, mate.
The other parts.
Who are you playing with at the moment?
Serena went in for a bit, and she said, "Come out whenever you're ready." And I said to her, "The reason why she went in because I went." So to her, "Should we go in for a bit and just relax?"
You are making no sense. Go and eat your pizza on the table. You got 2 pizzas in that tissue. Go and eat. The thing is, Andrew, he does sit down. But if he hasn't positioned himself properly, it doesn't all stay in.
What's this noise? I want to try to walk over and he
One day, your teeth... Our teeth sat like that for 2 years. One day, your teeth will break, okay? See, look. Raheem, we all have to be careful in the toilet. It's best to sit down, even for a tinkle, which is another word for wee.
Yeah, I've been sat for like 2 years.
That's right,
Be on the live chat.
So this live chat is the kick-ass. It's now morphed into the toilet training.
Okay.
Please eat the pizza slices on there, okay? Otherwise, I will eat them. Leave the door, Raheem. So, pizza slices, okay? No, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. I'll explain what the trouble is. He does sit down, right? But if he doesn't aim into the toilet while sat down... How explain? Here's the top of the toilet. He's sat on the toilet, right? He's sat on the toilet. If he's not...
Stop telling everyone.
If he doesn't position himself properly to point down, right, it kind of hits the rim and then kind of slightly leaks out a bit.
Please stop, or else I'm going to put it on my ear.
Go eat your pizza, mate. Go eat your pizza. Go eat your pizza, okay? Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah. It's not a problem. It's just now and again. And I think it's normally when he's rushing. You know, when he's rushing, he's a bit excited. But I keep telling him, point, sit down and point, okay? And he sits down, but he's not pointing. All right, Raheem. All right, Raheem. Don't behave, please, now, okay?
Don't behave.
I said behave. Behave.
Please, somebody subscribe.
Do you know what, Andrew? That's actually what we do. Sometimes we forget to do it, actually. We forget to do it. And when we do it, it does work. So what Andrew said is stuff toilet paper, you know, near the seat.
Mm-hmm. Selecting is from first order better for the next
person
using the toilet.
The sound of him eating candy next to me, it sounds like you know, like someone decomposing. I feel like that's the sound. I feel like if rigor mortis had a face, this is the face of rigor mortis. Right now here, live and kicking, rigor mortis. Say hi to everyone, rigor mortis.
Hi.
I don't like him. All right, look, go eat your pizza, mate. Go eat your pizza, okay? Go on. I am going to be, even though you've just joined... Hey, Stacey. Right, I will be live for another 15 minutes, okay?
50?
15.
Okay, listen. Please subscribe to my channel.
Get out of here. Go, get out of here. Go. Be gone. Get out of it. So hopefully we properly start another directory website tomorrow, and that's going to be really, really good. And hopefully we can get that one knocked out of the park in about 3 days-ish. Raheem, don't go behind there. You're going to knock the camera. So in about 3 days we will do that, and then got to close off another directory website, hopefully in the next 2 days. I don't know why the client's gone quiet. I know they're happy, but they've gone quiet, which isn't like them. So I need to chase them up. What I will...
Also, please, can you subscribe to my channel? I almost signed 290 subscribers.
Raheem, leave the room now, please. So, however, though, if the client suddenly goes AWOL on me, I'm not massively bothered because they've already paid their 50%. And if any of you know my pricing strategy, when I price jobs up, if I only get the 50% and then the job goes AWOL or haywire or whatever, that 50% I'm happy with for the time spent and all of that. After that, the other 50% is like extra gravy. So, no, eat your pizza. Don't open that until you've had your pizza. Go and eat another slice, please. Raheem, behave, all right? Eat another slice. So, one of my pricing strategies is... what you don't want to do is get 50%, do more work, and then they go AWOL or haywire or whatever, and you're all forever chasing the money. Whereas I'm like, that first 50% covers everything I'm happy with. Everything after that is the ultra gravy money train. So when you say draft anything for the 50%, no. So I will talk to them and we'll have had a conversation about what we can probably do and what we might use and the solutions and our advice for how to approach it. And but then I'm not going to start drawing out or do anything like that. I'm not going to start, I'm not going to start kind of, doing like a rough idea for, like a layout map or anything like that until that 50% comes in. Because when I first started off, I used to do a load of that and then you never hear from the client, or they were just trying to get ideas or stuff. Or there was one client, here's the biggest mistake we made really early on. This guy, he had money, he had lots of money, he was doing a big national thing, and I spent over 90 hours researching plugins, solutions, testing this out, testing that out, drawing this, drawing that. I went to town on it. And you know what he did? He took all of the notes, he took everything we said, and he went and got his website built really cheap. And we got nothing for 90 hours. And those 90 hours was over a week and a bit. I was working day, night, research this, what about that, blah, 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 putting everything together. Zero. And that's when I learned the lesson, like, no, not again, no. If a client is serious and they're going to work with you, they will pay, and because they respect your time and all of that. Yep, sweet, nada, not happening again. Yeah, Artif. Do you know what, Artif? I kid you not. And I think you know why, when I replied to your email, by the way, why I was already thinking of that. Because I've built so many of that stuff. But I hope you understand. But it's like, it's one of those things where you have to kind of go, how can you make it work, but also keep it fair? Do you know what I mean? But I'm sure we'll talk more about that. Do you know something? I've just realised I forgot to email Melissa because she doesn't get notified. I forgot to email her. I keep forgetting to do that. But we're only going to be live for another 5 minutes, okay? Because I went to an indoor play park. I've had a Kit Kat, 4 bars. I've had a bit of pizza. I'm loading myself up with carbohydrates. Look at my cheeks. Too many carbohydrates. So I need to jump on that bike over here, the indoor bike, and I need to bust a gut, right? So I'm going to jump on my bike and I'm going to be riding that bike. Got it? I'm going to be riding that bike. I think I just hurt my knee doing that. Oh. I think I jumped up and hurt my knee just doing that. Yeah, you take care, Jimmy. And of course, make sure you have a great time. I can see you connecting and networking with Elementor and other people. You are going to have an amazing time. And make sure you get loads of goodies. Okay, make it worth it. Hey, you will now get so many goodies. You can decorate your lounge into the Elementor zone. To be honest, Andrew, I'm not a fan of hero carousels because it's at the top and it affects your page speed. It depends, though, is the carousel full width or is it just part width? So a lot of it depends, Andrew, on, is it a full width? Then you got to go with 1920 by 1080. 800 by 500. It depends, you see. Is it going to have image and then words? Then you can get away with the smaller image. Is it going to be full scale image? Is it going to be 3 images? Then you could go smaller as well. So you got to kind of like, you got to weigh it up, mate. You got to weigh it up. Well, if it's 50%, I think 800 by 500 is totally makes sense. However, Andrew, don't just go with 500 if you're the height. Is it going to be full height or is it only going to be like whatever? So I think 800 by 500 is reasonable, to be honest. I think that's reasonable. You might want to have a different size for the mobile, though, depending on how you show it. But I think 800 by 500 is reasonable. But what you got to do is you do it, and then you've got to kind of look at it on a reasonably sized monitor and a small monitor, like a laptop or something. You got to kind of look at the views of it and get an idea. Left logo with logo and call to action, and right with carousel. Left column with logo, right, get that, and then the right with the carousel. Nah. That can work. You just got to be careful it doesn't look too cramped. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to have it too cramped. Yeah, go Matt. Go and do WP Bakery. Go kill yourself on it, right? But I wouldn't. But go see what you got to do. Right, okay, I'm going to sign off now, everyone. It's always fun. It's always good. It's always great because I'm working in the background, doing stuff, talking to you all, and of course, having fun. I'm going to go jump on my bike now and give myself a sore ass on the bike. Take care, everyone. Look after yourselves, all right? Your family, your friends. Stay safe. And just be careful. Take care.